200 meters down in the pitch black of the eastern Pacific, something the size of a grown man is hunting. Fishermen have a name for it, el diablo rojo, the red devil. For generations, they've told stories of it dragging fish and sometimes hands straight off the line. Scientists know it by a different name, the Humboldt squid. Recently, a team of marine biologists set out to do something almost no one had managed: catch one alive, on camera, without losing a finger. This is what happened when they finally got one in their hands. Welcome back to the Abyss Report. The Humboldt squid gets its name from the cold current that carries it up the entire Pacific coast of the Americas. Its true range stretches from southern Chile all the way north toward California, following nutrient-rich upwelling water. Its stronghold, though, is the Gulf of California, the sea locals call the Vermilion Sea. By day, most Humboldt squid retreat far below the surface into a layer of water almost devoid of oxygen. At night, they rise hundreds of meters toward the surface to feed, and that's when researchers go looking for them. A full-grown Humboldt squid can reach nearly 2 meters long and weigh as much as 50 kilograms. That makes it one of the largest invertebrate predators on the entire planet. It didn't earn the nickname Red Devil for its color alone. It earned it for how it behaves. When agitated, it can strike with force, and its arms are lined with hundreds of sharp, rotating hooks. Divers who've encountered them in feeding frenzies describe being bumped, grabbed, and pulled at from every direction. It's a reputation built on real encounters, even if the stories have grown taller with each telling. At the center of its arm crown sits a beak shaped like a parrot's, hard enough to shred flesh and shell alike. 2 longer feeding tentacles shoot out to snatch prey before the arms pull it in. It moves by jet propulsion, forcing water through a funnel beneath its head, fast enough to outswim most fish. When threatened, it can vanish in an instant behind a cloud of dark ink. Despite its size, it lives fast. Most Humboldt squid grow from hatchling to adult and die within about a year. In under a year, it can go from barely visible to the eye to nearly 2 meters long. Beneath its skin, the Humboldt squid carries thousands of tiny pigment sacs called chromatophores. By expanding and contracting them in waves, it can flash between deep red and ghostly white in a fraction of a second. Researchers believe these flashes may work as a kind of signal, a language flickered across the skin. In the deep, where there's no sunlight left to see by, that language may be how they coordinate an entire hunt. Humboldt squid rarely hunt alone. They gather in groups that can number in the hundreds. When they find a school of fish, the water turns into chaos within seconds. In the frenzy, an injured squid isn't safe either. The group will turn and eat its own without hesitation. That cannibalism isn't cruelty. It's just how a species this short-lived stays fed. During the day, Humboldt squid dive as deep as 1,200 meters into what scientists call the oxygen minimum zone. It's a layer of water so starved of oxygen that most predators simply can't survive down there. The Humboldt squid can slow its own metabolism to cope, letting it wait out the day in near total darkness. By using this zone as a refuge, it avoids the very predators that would otherwise hunt it. This is the part of the story the research team came for, getting close enough to bring one up alive. Handling one safely means moving slowly and never giving it a reason to flash red. Once it's secured, the team brings it up carefully, keeping it submerged the entire way to the surface. On deck, under research lights, a scientist finally holds one, a wild Humboldt squid, alive, arm's length from his face. It's heavier than it looks, and it doesn't stay still. Every few seconds, its whole body flashes and pulses in his grip. Within minutes, it's measured, tagged, and released back into the dark water it came from. Seconds later, it's gone, a flash of red vanishing back into the current. Stories of Humboldt squid attacking divers aren't pure myth. A handful of documented incidents do exist, Most happened during active feeding frenzies, when a diver was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Researchers who work with them regularly describe them less as monsters and more as fast, curious, easily startled animals. With calm handling, even a wild-caught squid rarely shows aggression toward the people studying it.
Humboldt squid support one of the largest squid fisheries on Earth, feeding coastal economies across Mexico and Peru. Some studies suggest their range has expanded northward in recent decades, tracking warming Pacific waters. As top predators, they help keep fish and smaller squid populations in balance across the whole region. Understanding them better means understanding a bigger, changing story about the health of the entire Pacific.
Somewhere off the coast tonight, a red devil is rising through the dark, hunting exactly the way it has for millions of years. It isn't a monster, it's a survivor. One of the fastest, smartest, and strangest predators the ocean has ever built. Subscribe to the Abyss Report. We go back down next week. See you in the deep.